Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They go play action here on first down. Steps away to his left. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Wentz will try again on second down. Flushed out right. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Wentz on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, They remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Here's Kaiser. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. And it's good to make it 14-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Second down, 8. Rolling now is Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A very solid gain of 27. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. In motion, Enunwa. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And this is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this front.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
A second down throw now for Kaiser. Anunua's got it, complete. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. To throw, Kaiser. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A nice little juke, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game. But when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. And ready now for 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
All right, I need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Kaiser now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And again this time to the tailback. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground with a tight end. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second down, Kaiser. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. A good pickup there at 22. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
In motion left, the tight end. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll come out in the pistol. And it's third down and goal from the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Flushed out right. Rumbling past the 30. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. Wentz now on first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. The toss play to Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles get a score closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He finds an opening past the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
Let's round. Here we go. 1,
They'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On third down, Kaiser. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Kaiser on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. To try again after the pick 6. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Once again here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And down to the 36-yard line here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And out now come the Eagles. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Mixon. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And this one is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. On play action, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. This will be caught inside the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after here coming up. It's good, and it's now 35-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll run here with Mixon. Oh, good move. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Now this time, Wentz will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Dancing to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Where they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Wentz dumps it off to Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Shift together here from the D-line. Now they run with Mixon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On the toss, Mixon. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Being chased out left. This is caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Kaiser. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught at the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Philip Dorsett, 79 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is?
Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. And that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Now Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. To throw is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Halfback sent in motion. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. From the gun on third down, Wentz. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. Wentz now to throw. Flushed out right. Now, and my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get off.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's going to go down again. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. From the gun, it's Wentz to Mixon on the check down. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4. They'll try and run with Mixon, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? Let's go.
And they're throwing here. Kaiser. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Play action now. Kaiser escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD.